Okay. So, previously on Horizon Forbidden West, we did a bunch of side quests for people. That was definitely below our pay grade, but that's okay. We love the people, we serve the people. We got a new boomstick from our new best friends, and we did a favor for Petra because we'll do anything for Petra. And now we have to go to the embassy to convince them to let me go west. Ah, yes. Daylight savings did change things. Although all of my things, I don't have any clocks so it all just kind of changed itself. I was awake when it happened and I thought I was losing my mind. It was like 2:30 and I was like, okay, time for bed. And then all of a sudden it was 1:30 and I was like, what's happening? Um, but
Walked past Thurless old shop and tripped over one of these stupid wires.
okay. Let's see where we have to go. But that's also why I put 8 Eastern in my tweet, because I was like, I don't even remember if it's like, if it's EST or EDT or what I'm supposed to say is, but anyways. I figured y'all would figure out when I was here. Go to Barren Light. Go to Barren Light. That's the only goal I've got. Cool. Barren Light. I don't think there's any place I can go that's closer. Because I think I've mostly only... Oh, maybe I can go here.
Well, I hope a bristleback trip
And
came
I
up.
think what we learned is...
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, I can fast travel from a campfire to a campfire for free, which somehow I played the whole last game not knowing. I thought you always had to spend a little pack. But no. If I just went to another campfire, I could do it for free. Gotta go right, just use a little flue powder. Just go fire. I mean, yes, orange scissors, I agree. I think that it doesn't make any sense. Changing the time randomly twice a year. I think it's extremely dumb. Barren Light seems to be this way, according to this here sign. I don't know what I would go down there for. So good to know I can, I suppose. Howdy.
No, that's not her.
Yep, that's
Can't
me.
be.
It is, actually. Hi.
Hey, you look familiar.
Yes, I am the savior of the people. Nice to see you. Oh! Hey girl, I wasn't sure if you'd still be around. Oh, that looks bad. Good luck fixing your roller coaster. Oh, pardon me. Hey, Amanda. Oh, wait, stop. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, where's... It said campfire discovered. But where was it?
Almost ready to go?
Feel dumb. Why does it make it look like I'm standing on top of it? Thank you. There it is. Oh, I was just looking on the wrong side of the road. My bad. Sweet. Okay, come here. Why are there blueberries above him? Just to let me know that it's mine? Don't worry about me.
Barren light. Last part of the sun dome before the Forbidden West. Encourage a horn. That means the embassy storm soon. Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my stash. That'd be worth taking a look around, too.
Wow! If you're inventory, so you're gonna stash it. Settlements or sheltered. Look at all these tasks. Wait, what was this? Yeah, I did that one. New quests, new quests.
Savior of Meridian.
It is. Hello.
Can
So
we
nice
have a
to-
word?
Sure. Hello.
Foraging, what'd you say? It's all right by me. There's meant to be some profitable delving out
Hello.
west. Stuck here for now.
Savior, tell me, are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Ah, well,
It's no
to
man's
hammer it
land. Doesn't say
plain,
anything about women.
There's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm working on it.
Hey, Carla.
Good to know.
I agree that is
And,
homophobic.
keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West. Guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
All you missed was
If
me
you
riding
can
to
get
Barren Light.
those blasted gates open.
And now I'm here, talking to this guy. Gonna help it open some gates for him.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those gates open.
Oh. Oh yeah. I forgot that. Oh my gosh. Look how much west there is. This map seems significantly bigger than the last game's map. I'm excited. Okay. Let's investigate. Hello. Cool. I was just wondering about what you. Okay. Okay, calm down. Open mustache. My head is feeling better. Thank you, Carla. Still a little bit of a headache, but not nearly as bad. I was going to be so sad if we had to miss this because it had been 2 weeks since we did Halloween Fortnite last time. Inventory. Stash. point. Let's make sure all of our things. Ooh, I need metal shards. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Check out this workbench. Just to discover it. So we know about it. Nice. Okay. I see an exclamation point.
There's Errand. Looks like he's had a few.
Savior, I need your help. Don't embarrass yourself, soldier. Savior!
Oh.
Savior!
I don't know how to get up there. Hold on.
You! I know you see me. No one else will listen. Please.
Hello.
Savior. You're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior, not yours.
It's just Aloy. What do you want?
Please, no one will listen. But the Eclipse... they're here in the Daunt.
Really, Conover? Aloy's the one that defeated them. You're bothering her with this hogwash now?
Some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries, Lorevic, sneaking off to meet with one. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted me. And then Lorevic tried to kill me. I fought back.
I can see your nipple.
It was him or me.
Unfortunately,
full
there's
shirt.
no hard evidence that connects Lorevic to the Eclipse. And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow soldier, Nozar sentenced him to death.
Feels
What
a
makes
little
you so
extreme.
sure Lorevic was working with the Eclipse?
Well, I was too far to hear everything. But I heard them both say the word Eclipse.
It's not the most outlandish claim I've heard, but it's up there.
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge a death sentence.
If I have to die, so be it. But if we ignore this threat, others are going to die too.
He looks like a baby.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Weeks ago, during a shift change, some trespassers slipped through the gate. By the time anyone noticed, they were halfway out the canyon. Nozar didn't see the need to give chase. Let the Tenakth take care of them, he said.
Nozar's not one to be sidetracked. He tightened up the patrol schedules, reprimanded the sentries,
Unlike
and
me, who
everyone
goes on
moved
every side quest, including this
But
one
I
right here.
couldn't stop thinking about it. None of us are careless out here, meaning someone left it open on purpose. And Lorevic, well, he's always grumbling about officers. But on this, he was too quiet. And after the incident, he started acting different, jumpy.
Sounds sus.
So when I spotted him sneaking out of the barracks after hours, I followed. I found him arguing with a stranger. And when Lorevic mentioned the Eclipse, I tried getting closer, but they heard me.
Rolled too low on
The
stealth.
stranger took off, and Lorevic lunged at me with his knife. Instincts took over. Sentries heard the scuffle and found me standing over his body.
Why don't you believe him?
We combed the woods. Searched Larevic's bunk. Searched it again. Didn't find anything.
Well, if he was
Look,
part of a secret organization,
Conover's
probably
a
he'd be
good
pretty
man.
good at keeping it
I
secret.
don't believe he murdered Larevic in cold blood. But Nozar only listens to facts. And that fact is, Conover killed his fellow sentry. He doesn't deny it, right?
No, but more
And
Eclipse are out
considering
there.
there's no evidence backing up this Eclipse story, well, we can't question a dead man.
Can't we?
Nozar's on edge with the upcoming embassy and doesn't want distractions. But hey, if you find a bunch of Eclipse soldiers hatching an evil plot in the woods, please do let us know.
Sure.
The meeting you witnessed. Did you hear anything else about their plans?
No. but the clearing where they met is just east of here, across the river.
A dozen soldiers have already searched it, Conover.
Yeah, but they
There's
didn't have a
nothing
bloop
there.
bloop.
I can see things others can't. If the Eclipse are in the Daunt, I'll find them.
Thank you, Aloy. Sun bless your search.
Don't get your hopes up,
And
soldier.
may the moon bless yours. Cool. Oh, hey, buddy.
Gentlemen,
That's our cue.
taking the edge off?
Well, if the end of the world's coming, I don't be sober for it.
Fair.
Now let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So whatever you need, ask away.
I don't think I need anything. You must know, yeah.
How have things been since
Your
I...
silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
This is a big old flask.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest, like you wanted.
I do love this wrap outfit that we have her in.
Just seen the crowd that showed up to pay their respects.
Aw.
Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all onto the table.
What do you know about the embassy?
I know not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He said I'm making peace with these Tanakh. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy thing. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows.
That's what they said
So
about
if you're
the
heading their
Nora,
way, be prepared.
too.
Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind.
They called Aloy a savage until she saved the world, so...
What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky ones became slave labor. The rest were hauled off to the Sun Ring and Meridian.
Woof. I do not like that
Sacrifice.
place.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they chased the Carja out of the West. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. But no matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained in blood.
Okay, bye.
I better get going.
Nice
Alright,
cheerful
off to
chat
do
we've had.
Complicated Aloy things. Maybe just don't disappear completely this
Didn't
time.
we just
No
see
promises.
him during a side quest?
I guess what I'm really trying to say is,
Why is he acting
If
like
you
I
ever
haven't
do
talked in
need me.
years?
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time.
not don't count on it. Be careful out there, Aloy.
I am wondering if we should take our headband off. But I do kind of like it.
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh up there.
Yes, sir.
Are you in charge around here?
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, the second in command.
Look at his boots.
So, what brings Aloy
He's
up
got
the
little
north,
knives on his
Barren Light?
boots.
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort.
Yeah, he
Really
sucks.
seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen
Why?
once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard.
What's so
The
special about
exchange
this?
has got everyone on
soldier?
edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
Politics, man.
You said something about Tanakh's marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our sun priest until they concede. Paev over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy.
Did he pee his
Came back drenched in his own sweat.
pants?
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Okay.
Where is this Commander Nozar, then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you.
He's a piece of work.
The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
But I'm the savior. People are always making exceptions for little old me.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the
Wow.
Red Raids.
We'll just
2
walk real
years of
slow
labor,
then.
and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just
You're welcome.
helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled.
I have seen some TikTok memes about this lately, about how NPCs walk slower than your walk speed, or faster than your walk speed, but slower than your run speed. And
Stand
it's
aside, soldier.
annoying to follow them.
There's the commander. Better brace yourself.
I feel like
And good luck.
if the commander works up here, we could have done a better job of securing some kind of stairwell. I almost just launched myself off of the balcony as
How
I
are
was
we to
complaining
hold
about
an
it.
embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Oh boy. Oh, the racism. Or I guess a barbarian here at your service.
Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be kept.
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a
I love
tribe
her.
composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
Oh, the hands on the hip. So good.
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right.
Oof, I do love when she wields
Nobody
it. She
walks
doesn't
to
do
the
it
gate until
often.
the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh's horn has sounded.
Jump off it!
Not even the savior of Meridian.
Jump, jump, jump.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent
jump,
adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Someone else can ride a— Oh! Varl! But how come— Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how come Varl can ride a machine into the city, but he can't.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate!
She should have just
That is
jumped
a
off.
direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron.
Aw, buddies.
What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to
Open
stand in her way.
the
It's not gonna work.
gates.
That's it. Arrest her.
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl,
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
Well, I'm really happy you're here, but also, I don't want you to die. I really like you. And that is not a compliment I hand out easily
So this
to
tribe
men.
that Murad told us about, Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
Look at him actually walking a good speed.
Oh.
Oops. I ran right into that cutscene. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Barrow. Hi! Just me, Savior of the Meridian. How's it going? Love your outfits.
East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
A child?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if
Feels
she
a little
seeks
rude
to
coming
save
from you,
lives,
who
should we
also
not
is
listen?
othered.
Let
But
me
thank you.
one last
Fast travel.
favor
Wait.
for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
I was gonna say, isn't he the guy that they're turning over?
A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of
Ooh,
the Karja High
unyielding.
Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav.
Their
Varl gave me a message for you. That he
their
waits for you in Meridian. where you
face
belong.
paint stuff is interesting. It's like some of the lines that we see.
Avad always was polite. Now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm
Should
not
I
here
have
to cause
waited?
trouble. I just
felt
need to
like
go west.
I didn't want to
So
wait.
you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
Oh. Let's talk about
I've
your
never
tat.
seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one.
We have time.
Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess we have time.
Very
Why
well.
not? I love a lordom.
I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west.
It's stressing me out that there are
moderate their worst impulses.
decisions. Like usually, it's just which conversation point do you want to talk first. I feel like I've had to make more like
stirring the Tenakth into action.
either or decisions than usual.
When the clans overran our forward
Like wait or
encampment
don't
at
wait.
Cinnabar Sands,
Listen or don't
I
listen.
stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate. I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate.
Is that just for people who don't
I
like
kept
lordoms?
my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me
I love a
along,
lordom.
and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere.
Uh-oh.
So, when they flung me at Hekaro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kurut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or
A
even my
boon?
freedom.
What boon?
The other Tenakth howled, but Hekaro stared them
Sorry, that was
down,
from Heathers the Musical.
and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kurut. Little did I know what I was in for.
Tell me more, did you get very far?
You said the cool route is a Tenakth's trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest
So it's like the
survive.
sun
Believe me,
ring.
it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
Been there.
I know more about that than you might think.
Quite literally.
Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
Better than being dead. Tell
You
me
wound up
more,
serving
tell
the
me
Tenakth's
more.
chief.
Like,
The
did he
winners
have a
of the
car?
Kurut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hekaro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by.
Been there as well.
But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
It's not the way
As
I
you
went.
may have noticed,
personally.
violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should.
I agree.
I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
Same. I'm pretty sure I spent the whole last game fighting Karja.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekaro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
Karja talk about Hekaro as if he's a monster.
I love this.
The
Tell me
Karja feel
everything.
compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive.
Yum.
But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people.
Well, then he's gonna
I would
like what I
introduce
have to say.
I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it.
This
Not the
game
last.
design is so good, but his belly hair is distracting
Sarge, you
me.
need to know what
Like what? I don't want. Stop
Yeah.
it.
The way you talk about this
Wrap it
Tenakth
up.
is a lot different than how they do.
Oh, great.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards.
I'm gonna sneeze.
But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule.
Thank you.
But
That's why
these
I
are
keep hand
difficult
sanitizer
times.
near me at all times.
Chief Akaro knows that survival often
Even
requires
though
change.
it's just allergies.
Even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
Okay. Great.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines.
Rage
The
against
source
those
of it all
machines.
has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian. An army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands.
Do you have the authority to
A
do
task
that?
so important. And it's just the two of you.
It was gonna be just the one of me.
Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Akaro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice.
Feels like an
You can
unsafe
find
place
him
for
at his
that mine.
palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Oh, good. Oh no, I saw one of those giraffe things in the background. Those things are so scary. They're too big.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all three clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll
Good
be on
luck.
my way.
No, the other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
I don't trust these men as far as I
The
could throw
Karja
them.
have opened the gates.
I do love their little hook shoes.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Ruh-roh.
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tenakth!
Regala. Chief Akaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us, exile.
Dragon! Look at his little chainsaw mouth! Uh-oh.
Lancers! Form up!
They can ride machines too.
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
I'm glad we got that whole story now.
Get to cover!
Oh. No. Varl, stay safe.
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the car shop! Run them down!
This is bad. I can't fight all these people. We should run for our goddamn lives.
They're not gonna make it.
I mean, I don't care if this guy gets played, but...
Open the gate! Open the gate! Kaja! Stand your ground!
Fire on will! I don't have a shot!
Why are you... I mean, I don't want to participate in this, but I don't know why Aloy's not doing anything. Besides the fact that she said, take cover and no one listened to her. I want to ride a dragon.
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
Lancers! Take the center!
I don't know that we
Get
should have
ready!
taunted her.
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come!
Time to fight. Here's ammo!
Fight's down here, not up there.
Let's do this! We've got to stop those riders! Firing! Hitting those weak spots is really working! Hit her!
can't protect them!
Hit that rider!
Oh, oh, I'm so sorry.
Leave them no honor! I've got her!
You're not gonna stop us!
Got it!
Let me know if you need any help!
Drawing on her now!
Now they're scared!
No way!
Oh my god, I don't have any shards.
Hit that rider!
Ah.
Damn it! Concentrate your fire! I'll take that one! Man down!
I don't think I'm doing a very good job here, guys.
Are you okay? Firing!
Cut them all down!
We'll have to get through them! Ah! Machine down! Get the rider! Cover them! Hey, how's that? Another one falls!
Oh. I guess the tide's turned. I could not tell what was happening that entire fight. Oh, no. Nice shot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's a big one. Ah!
They got one of the marshals!
We're under attack!
Oh no.
We got this!
Whoa. Oh no! Yep, oh, just being trampled on. Yeah.
I'm sure it is prey.
I see her! The Outlander! Hunt her down!
Oh.
One down! We got this!
Hey, stop it.
That did some real damage!
Ah! Don't you kill my Varl!
We can win this! Let's make it count! Now
Got him in my sight. You fight without order. Let the hunt begin. Let's wipe them out. Can you use a counterattack?
I don't know, can I? Not really.
Feeling better.
Thank you.
I'll take you apart.
Oh. Ah. This was not a good time to not have any metal shards.
Enough.
Ooh, they snap. Spoopy.
You outlanders!
Ruda.
I'll skin you both! Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
We single-handedly took down everybody else in your tribe. Maybe you should...
Granted.
Oh boy. I want a magic umbrella. And a magic shield.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it.
This battling!
Gotta get through that shield. There! Now's my chance! Generated. Break is gone. Shield's gone. He's vulnerable.
Ooh, his
You're not
helmet's down.
stopping me.
Drink your potion.
There, he's exposed.
Get him. Get him. Ha! Take
Your
that.
turn. Come down here and face me.
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've
No.
earned your life today.
Ooh, I like her wings. I want wings.
Comrades, mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals.
I think we were winning this fight, but okay. Is Varl okay?
Our war on Hikaru.
Oh, I will fly that dragon if that's the last thing I do. Varl? You okay, Varl? Ooh.
Get him to the camp. Now.
Oh, there's my buddy. How you doing, kid?
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you?
Yeah, you got a boo-boo.
Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
Oh no. Man, if we hadn't asked for that whole story, we just simply never would have gotten it.
I got you.
Aw, friends! Oh. I didn't get to loot.
It's salvage time, boys.
No! That's my loot! God damn it.
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
I can fly!
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The Marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Vashav.
Poor Vashav. He's the only one I really feel bad about.
What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground.
My favorite
Obviously, this Regala
track on the Wonder Woman
Her
soundtrack.
rebels approached from the north with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
The mines.
But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them, see if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
Yeah, I saw it.
Tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you
We
before
can't
you
just
go?
climb the mountain. We gotta climb the tall neck. Oh boy, so much information. Let's ask about the west. Ooh boy, okay.
You said the Tenakth lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then the Utaru farmlands. Past that are the Tenakth. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate.
Sure.
Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories.
I was just gonna say, how does he know all
During
this?
the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
And soon?
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
Okay.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than fighting.
I like them
It's hard
already.
to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own.
We have those
When the
pitchforks.
Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know.
I'll ask
I
them
heard
when
they
I
have
get
their
there.
own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
Are they cannibals?
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
Now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times.
It's like
The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that.
international waters.
Remnants of some forgotten war.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through,
Who were taking
there were
my
a couple
loot.
of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
The line between those two is thin. Okay, let's talk about
Fashav
Regala.
called Regala a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat.
She's kind of
Her
hot
attack
though.
was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They
An
had to
army
have
of
made camp
machines.
nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom.
He was so close
It's
to
a
going
cruel
home.
end for a good soldier.
There was more he
Who-
wanted to do.
I wonder if he
He
could have
spoke of
survived if I were
advocating
better
for
at that.
lasting peace between the Karja
Fight.
and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights.
He wanted
Buried
his
with honor.
peace
No
laurels.
soldier could ask for more.
Okay.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
Is it?
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way.
Well,
I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites.
he was a prick.
It's the least I can do.
That's fine.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion.
Fair.
Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught
These
unaware
gloves are
by an
very
attack
funny.
like that
He looks
again.
like he's about to cosplay as Mickey Mouse. Okay,
I
time
need
to
to
go.
be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return.
Maybe I'll become one with the West. Maybe this is my home now.
And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I don't have friends. Oh. Varl. Died.
I appreciate it.
Erend is fine.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thanks. Me too. Aloy, don't go too far away. We gotta loot. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'll need these later for sure.
Yeah, because I ran out of them. Shield wing is energy-based glitter. Hold swear that.
So, this is the
I can.
Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spires should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, the backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world.
Again.
Like Elizabeth would.
Oh, Mom.
Good spot to test the shield wing. While I climb down, and I can glide.
Yeah, we
The
will.
woman who led the ambush, Regala, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. What's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels?
Stop me specifically, perhaps. Okay, let's see if we can actually make some ammo now. Look at that. I really need shock arrows. I can't do those tripwires fast enough. Oh, what are those? Oh, my spikes. God, I didn't use enough of my spikes in that battle. I don't know that I scanned enough of those machines either while they were brutally attacking me. Okay. Well, let's... definitely quick save. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, we've leveled up. We need to assign ourselves some skills. Place traps faster. That sounds nice. As we just learned, that craft potions faster is good. Actually, can drinking potions be faster? Because good lord, that felt like it took forever. Triple shredder. Launch 3 shredders. I don't have 1 shredder. Wait, is this not healing? Potions are faster to consume. Yes. That was troublesome. Oh yeah, carry more berries. Valor Surge. I don't know what that did, but that was exciting. Valor Surge. Okay. Oh, gain valor. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have this before, but that's good to know. Claw Strider. Cool. Verdana. Cool. Pasha. Rip. I did not skin the new dragon, unfortunately. Ooh. Okay. Oh good. I'm glad that's there as a task for us to do eventually. Okay. Rebel camps. Find the rebel camp. Crucifix. Death's Door. That's a comforting sounding task. Cool. Shadow of the Past. Oh yeah. Oh, I should have done that before I left. Oops. I mean, I'll probably be able to come back later, right? Yeah, there's plenty of this stuff. Okay. So... let's go to the salvage camp first. Because that way if there's things to get... Build up your power. Earn Valor. Technical gameplay. When a segment of Valor bar is full, activate Valor Surge by opening the weapon wheel and tapping R1. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna fly, but I'm scared.
It worked. Wow, okay. Guess I can leap off just about any cliff now.
Hooray! Maybe now I won't plummet to my death as often.
Here too. This must be the salvagers I met in Barrenlight. Looks like something's going on.
All other armors look like rusted buckets of scrap. You really think you can do that?
Karoof, come on! You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than perfection?
Why does it sound like a surfer dude, salvager?
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Laren, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Nasty business. What the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barrenlight is thankful you drove them off.
It wasn't all tonight.
So this is your salvage operation.
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden.
They do say that about it.
Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
Go
I'd
on.
be curious to take a look at it.
I'm currently just wrapped in bandages.
You would.
So perhaps armor
and
would be
that's why
good.
I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
What if I salvage the stuff?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Laren can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge. You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it. But none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west.
This sounds
If they
like
make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
I know this guy.
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
I can't place it.
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the Forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
Counting on you, Aloy.
Okay. So many tasks to do. Did I get a new data point? Oh. Oh. Please don't die. I really need those parts. Okay. Oh, jeez. That sounds bad.
Aloy, you managed to get those parts I asked for?
I'm working on it.
Need more shards. Ancient faith. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Good call.
Okay. Quests, quests, quests. Okay. I hate that. That looks quite bad. Also, what is that bird? Unknown skydrifter say. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, how'd you get through the town?
All right.
I'm not gonna ask questions.
Some kind of outpost. Depends. Might be where Regala's keeping our machines. I need to find a way to get in there. And scan the area to see what I'm up against. And tag any rebels or machines in my focus to keep track of them. Shock ammo would come in handy.
I wonder. Okay, well, that didn't work.
I've lost contact!
Okay.
We'll have to search. We have to find
clear out this place before I can look around.
I think that I'll take this one out first.
No! There! Together! No! No! I see you!
Oh, Jesus. Oh! Where are they? Where are you? Guess I'll just loot while I wait for her to make her appearance. I mean, I'm just looting. You can come out here if you want to.
Should help.
Hit.
Lot of pens, not that many machines. Where'd they all go? Better check in that cave.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so much loot.
I'll have use for these soon enough.
I gotta get the hang of that.
A drawbridge. Might be my way across.
But I can fly now. Okay, let's just get this person over here real quick.
A wheel. I control the bridge.
Sorry, ma'am.
I should take a look.
Okay. Well, we're just looting anyway. Calm down.
That's one half of the bridge. But how to drop the other side? Looks like there are a couple of weak points for the ropes attached to the bridge. There. Bridge is down.
Cool. This seems fine and safe. Yeah, see, I could have gone across that way. Ooh, go down. Oh boy. Why do they have a drawbridge up to this place if they...
Bristleback. It looks like it fell into a tunnel. So the rebels were keeping bristlebacks here. The machines fell into the tunnel, which must have collapsed as they ran further in. What if Ulvin's explosives created the sinkhole? I should head back to Chainscrape to let Javad know.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're going back? We just got here. If I wasn't afraid I'd never be able to get back up again, I would just glide down there. But I don't see any easy... Oh! That's a grapple point. What if I just...
Gliding in. And the tunnel's blocked. Yep, not going that way. Now, how to get back out?
No, I saw a grapple point. Where did it go? Aha! Okay, well... Fuck. Aliens. Well... I guess I might as well go back to... Chain Scrape, and then we can do the other side quest that we were supposed to do. But also I kind of want to still go to the west. Alright, let's just do this real quick, because we're close. I think. I'm very sorry, Fox. But I need meat. That did not work the way I thought it was going to. But that's okay. Sorry, little rat. Okay, well, let's see if we can go across here. Yeah, look at us go. Hey, Nick. How was Target?
This'll make a good die.
Die? What are we dying? Nick, you did might miss quite a bit, but it's okay. We did it. It was very eventful. How do I... Am I supposed to go up? What's happening? Oh no, I'm not. Okay. Those, like, the spines are very unsettling. This way I'm supposed to go? No. I guess I'm supposed to go up that way. So I was wrong to come across this at all? Well, this works too. Can't tell if that was like a really big machine or... Oh wait, I ate wild beans. Or like an old, like this kind of looks like an old roller coaster or like tower of some kind. I thought I just saw something flying. Where did I see the fucking... Oh, the blight, the blight, the blight.
There's a lot of ancient wrecks out here. Must have been a huge
no.
battle. The old ones.
Oh, no.
They gave everything they had to slow down the Pharaoh swarm. To buy Zero Dawn time.
Aw. Is that a kangaroo? Leaf leasher. Oh my god, it's so cute. Look at it hopping.
Frost heard it.
Oh! Probably bad. Uh-oh. Hey, where'd it go? Oh boy. Oh lord. Oh, fireflies? Oh dear. Is this even the way I'm supposed to be going? No. So maybe we just get the hell out of Dodge.
It looks like the rebels have a camp in addition to those machine pens. I should see what they're up to. They've got riders patrolling the area. Better be careful.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. That was not the stealth kill I thought it was going to be. Definitely thought this thing was already dead. My bad. All these beautiful fireflies.
Much better.
Rats.
River seems to run through the camp. Maybe I can use it to get in.
You? You can't swim. Oh no.
Don't let.
I've been spotted.
Oh. By who? How exactly did you expect to use the river to get in? Oh, right. I forgot I can swim down now.
You're
Let's
out.
go.
Okay.
Hunt her down!
I'm gonna have to find another way into that.
Don't let her get you! You better start looking. You take point. Okay, you see anything? Let's split up. We'll cover more ground. I'll find her. This won't take long.
Maybe she went this way. Found her yet?
This shouldn't be that hard.
I'll do my best. Nothing at all.
Nothing
Are you
here.
sure you're on the right side?
Patience.
Go section by section. I can't work wonders.
Can you see any escape routes? I'm moving over here.
Come! Hey. Hey. Where are you?
I don't know about this.
Find her. Dead or alive, I don't care.
Be ready now. She could be anywhere.
I still don't know how. Taylor expects me to get in that way. I don't remember how to dive. There's probably another way in.
I bet I can climb that wall
yeah.
there. Maybe find a way into the camp. That was close.
Yeah, why did
If I
she
want to
think...
figure out what's going on here, I need to find whoever's in charge.
No one can stand against Regawa. No one. Okay, we found nothing. So let's go back.
Get a grip, would you?
Okay, I think we must be clear.
Hey!
Uh-oh. Time to engage.
I need that! You won't get away with that! I can't see her! Should we search that grass? We might still get a hit.
You coming with me?
You think she's over that way?
That grass is where the movement was. Let's find her.
I can't see anything suspicious.
Come closer, my pretty.
You still with me? You're
My
my...
blade!
Oh no! You...
Still in this fight.
Oh, ouchie mama.
Found her! No!
Sorry.
Try this way.
I should have known. No!
Target her!
Oh no!
I'm not giving up.
Stop it!
I'm just starting with you! I'll stop you!
Provide some covering fire!
Target the Outlander!
Just gonna swig from the flask. I still don't 100% know what it says, but it feels nice. Drink, 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 drink your fucking potion.
These guys are up to.
Stop running!
You want fire? I can play fire.
Okay, pain's easing.
I am on fire and I don't remember how to get it off. There we go.
Loyal to Noct, hear me. I was told a soldier from this camp goaded one of the sons of Prometheus into an altercation. You would do well to remember that our allies are responsible for providing the machines that we shall ride to glory. The next fool who interferes with them will be eviscerated and left in the desert for carrion. There will be no second warning. Will that be sufficient?
Yeah, that should prevent your people from butting heads with mine. You
Why-
have my thanks, Regala.
May our pact lead to victory.
So Regala's not working alone.
That sounded too much like
These
Elizabeth.
Sons of Prometheus gave her the ability to override machines.
I am going to need to deal with them.
Looks like they were trying to stock up on Blaze. Enough to blow up something big. A map of the Daunt. Tracking movement in and out of Barren Light. With emphasis on the fort's weak points. They're gonna blow up Barren Light.
Uh-oh.
Make a hole big enough to fit an entire army.
That sounds
Regala
bad.
plans on invading the Sundom. At least when she gets an army big enough to do it. I have to get rid of that Blaze.
All we said about Regala is that she was hot. I didn't look up who's her voice.
Gotta be prepared.
I wanted to know who the boy also was that I
need to blow up that Blaze. For Barren Light's sake.
Oh, okay. The blaze that's over there? I can do that. Is that not the blaze she's talking about? I feel like there's still rebels out here somewhere.
Just gotta shoot that Blaze. Blow it sky high.
What blaze?
There was someone here. It's gone.
Oops.
Who is this?
Was that the last one?
I've gotta get rid of any Blaze that's lying around.
Okay, alright, hold on. No, tell me who Regala is. Why can't I blow it up?
I need to blow up that Blaze. For Barren Light's sake.
Is that not the blaze she's talking about? Oh, it is Angela. You know, I was like, I feel like I know this voice. Okay, so obviously that's not the blaze she's talking about. I thought her voice sounded familiar, but I
Gotta
wasn't
get rid of any Blaze that's lying around.
sure if I was losing my mind.
How do you like me now? Blaze. From the Karja border. There's enough here to take out half of Barren Light. Just gotta shoot that blaze. Blow it sky high.
Okay, well let's like get to safety first. How about that?
No room on me. I can send it to my stash. I need to blow up that blaze. For Barren Light's sake.
I know, Aloy, calm down. I thought it was a person standing there.
I've got to get rid of any blaze that's lying around.
Aloy, I have to loot everything before you blow it up. Please relax. I'm going to do it, I pinky swear.
Cook should know what to do with this. Just gotta shoot that blaze. Blow it sky high.
I just feel like I shouldn't be this close to it when I do it. Oh, who's that? Well, now, Aloy, you almost just had me blow somebody up.
Prisoner. Lothram, I think.
Hi.
I've got to get rid of any blaze that's lying around.
Well, should we help this person first or no? Oops. What if we had just murdered this nice prisoner?
I'm here to help. Stay low and follow my lead.
You got it.
I almost just murdered a man because Aloy was being impatient with me. How rude.
I need to blow up that blaze. For Barren Light's sake. Hopefully the rebels will abandon this place now. I could deal with the rest of them now, or head out. Either way, my job is done here.
Well,
I'm okay. Just catching my breath.
okay. I thought that was going to be a much bigger explosion than it ended up being. Okay, let's see. Let's just see. Sure. Am I gonna remember combos? I button smash when I'm in things, but that's fine. I don't have a resonator blast yet. Ugh, that's so much work. Critical skill. Critical strike does more damage. That feels good. Let's see what else we got. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Ooh. I just want to look at what it looks like. I didn't realize I could edit my coils. Just loosey-goosey. Thought I had to go to a place for this. It's good to know. Okay. Plated meat. Okay. Guess I learned about kangaroos. So cute. Sky drifters. Plus cute. Pretty cool though. I liked them. I want to ride one. See, this mysterious voice sounded a little bit like...
Loyal to Noct, hear me!
I wish I could fast forward.
I was told a soldier from this camp goaded one of the
That's
sons
definitely
of
Angela Bassett, though.
into an altercation.
I knew her voice sounded familiar, and if I had thought about it harder, I
Remember
would
that
have gotten there
our
eventually.
allies are responsible for providing the machines that we shall ride to glory. The next fool who interferes with them will be eviscerated.
I should have recognized the tone alone, but like the fact that I was immediately like, "Yes, ma'am, whatever you would like, ma'am."
Will that be sufficient?
She came on
that
a
should
goddamn
prevent your
dragon.
people from butting heads with
I
mine.
should have known.
You have my thanks, Regala. May our pact lead to victory.
Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh gosh, it's already 10:09. I don't want to stop playing. Let's just go back to Java and close this loop. And then we can stop, I guess. Woof. I need to look up what that scavenger boy's voice was too. I don't even remember his name. It didn't matter to me at the time, but he sounded almost like he sort of sounded like the white boy teacher on Abbott Elementary. Like his voice had like that similar kind of tone to it to me, but oh good. Hello, sirs. Once again, here we are. Find myself in the middle of you all. Oh, can I craft? Oh, I just wanted to see this outfit. It's a good outfit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not a practical outfit, but I'm a fan.
Yeah, you.
But I am gonna put my Forbidden West outfit back on. Yeah, let's put that back on. Yeah, I need the critical strikes more than I need scavenging. And then why don't I remember how to... Can I only craft at work tables?
Delving and forging do not guarantee.
Hey, buddy.
So, you've returned from the west. Any luck?
The bristlebacks were being penned by Tenakth rebels on the other side of the mountains. Ulvin's explosives opened up a sinkhole, dropping them into the tunnels.
Which they followed to the mine and out into the Daunt.
Right. Aside from the rebels, if anyone is to blame for the bristlebacks, it's Ulvin.
String him up.
Radiant beams of the sun. And all this time he was pointing the finger at us.
I just hate it, man.
Bring Ulvin here. Petra, too.
Petra didn't do anything wrong. Better be so Petra can kick him in the balls. That was a very long pause. Hi, Petra.
Summoned like a blasted ale winch. You best be meaning to put pen to parchment.
We got you.
What? Why is she here?
I live here too, lugnut. So what's this about?
Thanks to the Savior, the sun has shown the truth on the bristleback incursion. Tenakth rebels were keeping pens of machines on the other side of the mountains. A sinkhole swallowed them, releasing them into the underground tunnels that led east and out into the Daunt.
So it was an accident.
Exile
But let us
him.
not forget
Exile
that it
him.
was the Karja.
I'm not done. The sinkhole only formed due to your unauthorized blasting in the southern mine, Ulvund. You are responsible for the machine rampage, the workers we lost, the destruction the bristlebacks caused. All of it.
My dear magistrate, has your precious son baked your senses? I would never give such an order without first consulting you.
Evidence says otherwise. Aloy
Look at
found
them
the
flanking
shipping
him like a
manifest
pair
in
of
the
girlfriend
mine.
bosses.
You skirted the laws of the Sundom, Ulvund. All for a few extra shards.
Greedy as ever,
And
indeed.
you almost drowned your other miners. And sent that oversized tool over there to intimidate a bunch of refugees.
I demand an official investigation. I won't be the victim of some Karja scheme.
I just investigated.
We'll conduct a thorough inquest into everything. The bristlebacks, the mine, the refugees. Every business deal you ever put your name to.
Well, that's not necessary, is it? What if I just return to the claim?
Oh, well, that would save the crown the cost.
Of course. I'll be on my way as soon as I wrap up
Bye.
some previous commitments, tie up some loose ends. After all, the welfare of Chainscrape's people in a transition like
Nope,
this...
you're leaving right now. Chainscrape
Nope.
will be just fine.
You think she can run this scorched-out forge dump? Ha!
I know she can.
Knock yourself out.
Get out.
And stay out.
Down with all
Get off me!
Mud looks good on you, Ulvin.
As the sun burns away shadow. Thank you for that, Aloy.
Oh, he had it
My
coming.
pleasure.
Here,
You got it
please
coming.
accept this token of gratitude. You've done the Sundom and my sanity a great service. And I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Guess we do. Not the most pleasant boots to fill, but I'll wear them.
You'll look better in
Thanks
them.
to you, Flame Hair.
Alright, that's a great place to end for the evening.
Okay. Chain Scrape will be better
Now
off
that
with
we've put our
Petra in
girlfriend in charge of Chain Scrape. So I'm just gonna go back to my fire pit. Oh, wait, nope, wait. First I'm gonna craft some potions. Craft some potions. A little more room in the potion pouch. Upgrade. Hell yeah. Ooh, I need a fanghorn held antler. Cool, cool, cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, I love to upgrade. I'll try to razor tail. Okay. I don't need to upgrade things I'm not wearing. Okay. Now we'll find a fireplace. And call it a day. Thank you all so much for watching. We finally made it to the west and back again. And I'm excited to explore even more of this very massive map next Monday. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!